In the heart of the Maasai Mara, under the vast African sky, a love story begins that defies tradition. Amina was a beautiful Maasai maiden, known for her strength and grace. She was the daughter of Elder Njiru, one of the most respected figures in the village. Her father believed strongly in the traditions of their people, the Maasai way of life, their rituals, and their sacred customs. But Amina's heart had a secret. She was in love with Kioni, a young Maasai warrior who had grown up in the village, though he was not born into it. Kioni had been adopted after the loss of his parents to war, and though he was skilled with the spear and loved by many, he was still seen as an outsider by some. One evening, Elder Njiru called the village together. Standing before the gathered crowd, he announced that Amina would marry the son of a powerful Maasai chief, a marriage that would bring honor and strength to their family. It was a union that had been arranged long ago, in keeping with tradition. But Amina's heart was torn. She had been promised to another, yet she could not forget Kioni. In the quiet of the night, Amina would steal moments to meet Kioni beneath the great acacia tree. There, they would whisper their love, knowing that their bond was forbidden. One day, Amina took off the red beads her mother had given her. They were sacred, symbols of loyalty, strength, and Maasai identity. She handed them to Kioni, a secret promise of her love. It was a dangerous act. If anyone found out, they would be in trouble. But their love could not be contained. The red beads, once a gift from her mother, were now a token of a love that could not be. And so, they exchanged the beads in secret, beneath the stars, with only the wind as their witness. But secrets have a way of being uncovered. One day, Elder Njiru found the beads, hidden in Amina's room. He recognized them instantly. Those red beads symbolized a bond, and they were not meant to be shared with anyone outside her betrothal. Furious, Elder Njiru called Amina before him. His voice thundered through their hut. He demanded answers. Amina, with courage in her heart, explained that she loved Kioni, but her father could not accept this. For him, tradition was sacred, and Amina's love for Kioni was a betrayal of their way of life. To prove that Kioni was worthy of Amina's love, Elder Njiru demanded that Kioni face a trial. The Maasai warrior must hunt the mighty lion that roamed the savannah, a test of strength, bravery, and loyalty to the tribe. Kioni accepted without hesitation. The next morning, armed only with his spear, he set out into the wild plains. The tribe held its breath, waiting to see if Kioni would succeed or fail. Days passed before Kioni returned, victorious. He had killed the lion. With blood on his hands and pride in his heart, he returned to the village. His bravery was undeniable, and many in the tribe began to see him not as an outsider, but as one of their own. But still, Elder Njiru was torn. His love for his daughter battled against his duty to protect the traditions that had kept the Maasai strong for generations. The day came for Amina's arranged marriage to take place. The elders gathered, and the villagers stood in silence as Amina, dressed in her finest beads and shuka, prepared for the ceremony. But Amina could not go through with it. She stood before her father and the elders and made a choice. "I cannot marry him," she said, her voice steady but filled with emotion. "My heart belongs to Kioni." A tense silence filled the air. Would Elder Njiru accept his daughter's choice? Could he put aside his years of tradition for the love of his child? Elder Njiru looked into Amina's eyes. He saw her strength, her determination, and the depth of her love for Kioni. For the first time, he realized that perhaps love, true love, was worth more than tradition. With a heavy heart, but with the wisdom of a father, he finally nodded. "You have made your choice," he said. "May it be a good one." Amina and Kioni were free to be together. That evening, beneath the same acacia tree where they had first met, Amina and Kioni exchanged the red beads once again, this time in front of their people. The beads, which had once been a secret, now symbolized their union in the eyes of the Maasai. The village watched, their hearts filled with pride and hope. A new chapter was beginning for the Maasai people, one where love was honored above all else. And so, Amina and Kioni's love story became one for the ages, a story of bravery, defiance, and the strength to follow one's heart no matter the cost. And as the stars twinkled above the Maasai Mara, Amina and Kioni stood together, knowing that their love, like the red beads, would endure forever. What would you do if tradition stood in the way of your love? Have you ever faced a moment where your courage defined your path,